Welcome to another edition of the Morning Motivator. It is Monday. It is more Monday. We're going to do more today. How are y'all doing out there? My bars seem to be stuck on high. Is my sound okay, everyone? My name is Janet Legere, and it is my honor to be here. I am excited as I'm just really not sure where the words are coming from, but inside the emotion is bigger than big. I feel like I am on the crest of something really large. Can someone let Judy know that she's got the microphone X'd out when she comes back? Can you let her know that she had the microphone X'd out? She needs to turn that on to be able to hear. Can someone help her in text? Thank you. Where was I? Feeling. I feel bigger than big. I'm on the crest of something. I'm not sure what it is, but I know it's there, and I can feel it. I can feel the energy. I know I'm going in the right direction. Have you ever been there? Have you ever been in a place where you know, without a doubt, that everything you're doing is absolutely 100% what you should be doing? That you're in the right direction, and things may not be happening the way you expect them to happen right now, but they're happening. You feel really good about the direction you're going in. And have you ever been there? Are you there now? That's really what I want to know is, are you there now? Are you at that place where you know you're going in the right direction? We have been studying a new book. Last week we started TNT, The Power Within You, and if you go to the Morning Motivator, I now have it up on the sidebar. How to Release the Forces Inside You and Get What You Want by Claude M. Bristol and Harold Sherman. How many of you have your book? Let's just do a quick poll. How many of you have this little puppy in your hands? You have it, Tamara? You got your book? That's pretty exciting. This is an amazing, amazing book. Okay, so this is our new book. Yay, Claudia has hers. Really recommend you get it. I don't know how much it is. Anybody want to let me know? This copy was $6.95 some 20-some years ago. This book was first published in 1954. This edition was published in 1987. It is Don's book, and it's got his writing all over it and my writing all over it, and we've both been through it. It is dog marked, and you look at it, the poor thing. It's just really in great shape. I love it. I love this book. So we've been going through this. We've been reading it. About the same on Amazon. There you go. Now be careful with used books, because I know somebody bought a book and it was missing pages. All right, so be careful when you're purchasing used. I want to reread it from page 28. We're on chapter 2, slowly getting through this book. What made these people great? You have to halt, think, and ponder, and I really want you to think about this. I didn't know there was a hardcover. I really want you to think about this, because until you get this, nothing is going to change for you. I want to really get into this today because I know you all want more. How many of you have a challenging time imagining more for real? Like, you want more. You know you need more money. You know you want more money in your bank account. You'd love to be debt-free. You want more of whatever. Page 28, Maggie. But how many of you are really having a hard time imagining that more? Like, you're playing the games, but let's be honest, okay? Let's be brutally honest here. Are you having a hard time imagining the more? Because you've never had it. If you have had it, then you can imagine it. And if you haven't had it, it may be difficult. So I'm going to really ask you to stretch with me today, to stretch with me this week. And I want to tell you how much I love you and how much I appreciate that you're here, that you're working to break those barriers down, to recognize that you have them. And by admitting that, yeah, I have a hard time picturing more. I don't really know what that feels like. We're going to talk about that. I want you to think about this. I'm going to reread this. It's about all these people that were great. They pictured, actually this is on page 27, they pictured in their minds and their hearts what they wanted, and what they pictured eventually came. Now, how many of you can picture what you want in your mind? You can picture a new house. You can get a picture of that. You can get a picture of a vacation. You can get a picture of a car. You can picture money because you can write that down. You can go and look what money looks like, right? You can get the picture. The challenge is in your heart. That's the challenge. It's getting to the heart of it. It's allowing yourself to want it. For whatever reason, something in your past has stopped you because you don't deserve it. What made these people great? It was that they pictured themselves attaining it. How do you do that? Practice, practice, practice. Number one, you got to stop beating yourself up. They dared to picture great achievement. And the power within, given these pictures to work on, finally brought them into being. You have to think big to be big. A small man is made up of small thoughts. He cannot remain small and think big. So I'm glad you said that, Tamara. Feeling you deserve it. Okay. I don't have the answer here, so we're just going to have discussions. We're going to talk about this until you all get it. Okay? So number one, you need to understand it. And it being that you have to have a picture of it and you have to feel it. The fact that you feel you don't deserve it, or the fact that you have negative feelings towards more, is irrelevant. Are you listening to me? Your negative feelings can be changed. So here's what I want you to consider. It's difficult for you to feel the feeling of more, correct? It's difficult for you to feel that feeling of more, and I mean more in a big way. Is it difficult for you to feel happy about something? Is it difficult for you to find something in your life to feel good about, to be happy about? Maggie says no. Is that difficult? Is it difficult for you to remember being happy? Is it difficult for you to remember feeling good? I'm really going to stretch your imaginations here, okay? Is it difficult for you to think about the feeling of feeling good? Can you remember that feeling? You can find it, right? It's not difficult. Okay. Okay, you're doing good. You're doing good. All right. All right, not at all, no. So here's what I want you to do, all of you. If you don't have a number that you want, or a picture of what you want in your mind, that's the first thing you have to do, is figure that out, okay? If it's money you're looking for, I mean, that's not a why. Money is the vehicle. Please know that. Money is not your why. Never is, never will be. Do not let money be your why. Your why is many other things. Your why is that feeling, so that you can just enjoy life more. But you have to enjoy it now. That's the secret. So if you are having a difficult time attaching a feeling to more, and really imagining that with a big heart, because it's got to be so big you can't stop, okay? I don't have any trouble imagining it, honestly, okay? It's that I can attach feeling to it. I get that now. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to forget about it. I want you to write it down. I have mine right here. It's June 14th, 2015, and we have $100,563.29 in our bank account. Where the hell did that number come from? Who cares? It popped in my head. I wrote it down. I keep reading it. I've memorized it. That number is in my head. I have it on a sticky. There it is. See? 100,563.29. Do you see it now? Do you see that number? I see it. I can imagine it. We're debt-free and looking to purchase a home. The money will come from various sources as we focus our attention on building the contact list builder funnel and on mentoring our members to do the same. I believe we will have this money in our possession. My faith is so strong that I can see this money before my eyes. I can touch it with my hands. It is now awaiting transfer to me. I am awaiting my plan and will execute my plan when it comes to me. And I have to tell you, I have been reading this morning and night out loud, and the plan is come to me. It's here. I'm excited. So now I want to stretch you, because you have a difficult time feeling the feeling of more. I want you to write down your more, okay? Because I can tell you that the first time I wrote this down, it was like, I'm just going to write the words, okay? Where did I get the words? Here. If you want this book, all right, so I know you might not have this book, guys. If you go to the Morning Motivator, the PDF of this book is there for you, free, okay? It's a PDF file. You find the chapter on, oh, that's not it. I changed the page. Oh, there it is. On auto-suggestion. Okay, when you find that chapter, in this book it's on page 74, but in the PDF I'm not sure. So chapter 4, the summary of instructions. And in the summary, he writes it out. By the first day of blah, blah, I will have in my possession, which will come to me in various amounts from time to time during. I just took that entire thing and rewrote it in my own words. How did it feel when I wrote it? I don't know. I didn't think about that. I thought about how fun I was having, how much fun I'm having doing everything I do here. I do love what I do. I love all of you. You inspire me so much. That's all I thought about, and I wrote it out. I didn't worry about, can I make that money? Can I put that money in the bank? I have a feeling it'll be there long before my birthday next year. It may even be there by my birthday this year. The universe has a way of doing that. I simply have to put myself into a state of feeling good. So I put myself into a state of feeling good, and then I read my goal out loud. And I may not really believe it. I don't know. I feel like I do. But I know that for some of you, you may not. Practice will do that. And your practice is to practice feeling good. Practice the feeling of feeling good. Are we getting this a little bit? So number one, you need to have some kind of goal written down, whether you really buy into it or not. Write it down. If it's something you want, write it down. Okay, it's the 1st of January 2020. Maybe we're going to go in 6 years, 2019, 5 years from now. And I'm moving into my beach house. There we go. And you could, this is for Claudia. She's already got this picture. You can write it all out, what the beach house looks like and how you're going to earn the money to do that. You've got to figure out how you're going to earn the money to do that. I think she's meaning the workbook for Think and Grow Rich. I didn't actually know there was one. But the PDF for this book is up on the the Morning Motivator website. Yeah. Oh, I have it on the website. Well, there you go. You see, I don't even know what's there. There's a workbook on the website. All right, let's read a bit more. But first, before we go on and read more from this book, because we're going to continue on, I do want to get through this chapter, is for those of you who are having a challenge really imagining more, does this help? So number one, you have to write down what your goal is, whether it's a thing you want to buy or a trip you want to go on or a car you want. When are you going to have that? Just pick a date out of the air, please. Just pick a date out of the air. Someone I was talking to, yesterday said, well, what if I don't make my goal? What if I fail? The only way to fail is if you stop reaching for it. If you don't get to it that day, that's okay. You adjust your sails, right? You adjust your sails. You adjust what you're doing to move forward. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? And is it helping? To kind of get the idea that, number one, I got to write something down, and it's okay. I don't need to really buy into it 100% right now, but it has to feel good a little bit. It's got to be something you want, okay? And you have to write down what you're going to do to get it. So you're here on the internet. What are you going to do to get it? Are you going to, build your business? Do you have a network marketing business? Are you going to build that business? whatever it is you're going to do. You're going to sell a widget, you're going to offer a service, are you going to build contact list builder and the funnel, whatever it is you're going to do. Write that down and then put it away. Well, don't put it away. Mine is out here. You got to read it twice a day. But it doesn't mean that you have to drum up this giant feeling to attach to that goal. What it means is that you have to drum up the giant feeling, period. Do you get that? Always continue the climb. It is possible for you to do whatever you choose if you first get to know who you are and you're willing to work with a power that's greater than ourselves to do it. All these exercises that we have you do, all these ideas we talk about, all these things are the same things. So number one, today I want it to be the day that you stop beating yourself up. All right? Will you make today the day you stop beating yourself up? Stop saying, but what if? What if I don't make it? What if it doesn't work? What if I don't feel better? Hogwash. I can tell you 100% if you play these games that are in Ask and It Is Given, all right, there's 22 of them, and they're all on the website, okay? You go on my website, there's a recording of every one of them. If you play the games we talk about here, if you do this, if you write out your goal and then go about and have fun all day, it's going to work. It's going to work. And those feelings we have that are habit, that come from our experience, that really tell us what we don't want, will go away. Because you need to keep focusing on now, because now is all you have. The hows keep changing to get the goal. That's right. And as I had, talked with Tina the one day, and she keeps reminding me, I don't need to worry about how. Stop worrying about how. As you know, as we've read through all of Ask and It Is Given, you don't need to worry about how. You just need to think up ideas. The universe will bring you the how as the minute that you feel the feeling of it. Page 29, proof that man is more than animal. So we're talking about what that something has done for others. The fact that the creature man has been able to survive all these centuries in the struggle against all forms of life, and in spite of the inhumanities of his fellow man, is proof that he possesses superior powers within. Man is a veritable god in the making, although he reveals still too often devilish tendencies. It is that inner power which man possesses, beyond and apart from any other living creature on his earth, which has made it possible for him to advance to his present state of development and awareness. The power within has lifted man above all other animals. While there are probably higher intelligences on other planets and in higher realms of being, it is now evident that man has unlimited potentialities for further development within him. He is just in kindergarten of his opportunities for unfoldment and achievement. Once he learns how to live peacefully and cooperatively with his fellow man. He is in the midst of learning this painful lesson now. But I have faith he is going to learn it. I have faith in this vast inner power, greater than man, of which man is becoming more and more conscious. That something which can and will eventually free man from his fears and hates and prejudices, and give him such understanding of his own self that he will, in turn, be able to understand others. You always know when a man or woman is using the power within his or her life. Such people walk in the consciousness of this power, which is in and behind their every thought and act. They are poised, self-assured, courageous, uninhibited, and magnetic in expression. They know where they are going and how to get there. They've pictured their future and are moving with resoluteness and conviction into that future. There is a spirit about them which is contagious. Then they tend to carry you along with them, to spur you on to greater efforts in your own behalf. These people are the planners and the doers of the world. The great mass of unthinking human beings follow in their wake. Do you lead the pack, or are you one of the pack? If you're a follower of others, you've not yet discovered that something within you. To be a leader, to be able to step out ahead of the pack in your line of work or human interest or expression, you must know how to draw upon that power within. It is absolutely essential. You cannot be anything without it. The law of attraction will only bring you what you picture. The creative power within must be magnetized by what you visualize for it to do. Do we get that? The law of attraction will only bring you what you picture. Okay, this book was written in 1954. Picture, 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 picture. How do you create a picture? Well, first of all, you got to write down the story. You have to have an imagination. And if you can't picture something, steal somebody else's picture. Steal somebody else's story. Does that sound good? Ooh, I'd like that. My daughter Tina does a great class on how to create a 5-year plan. And in her book, Be That Girl and Be That Mom, is a chapter on Plan It, Do It. And she gives you examples of things that you might want to do. And I remember the first time we did it, I just wrote down those things. Oh, wow, that feels good. Yes, I want that. Yeah, I want that. Yeah, I want that. And then I wrote a story. Borrow someone else's story. This is the simple command which leads to attainment. Picture, picture, picture. But be sure you are picturing what you really want and not developing pictures of fear and worry, which will cause the inner power to create for you what you don't want. Sound familiar? Be sure you are picturing what you really want and not developing pictures of fear and worry. If Edison, when he was trying to invent the electric light, had pictured failure instead of success, he would never have made 10,000 experiments before he developed the filament which would carry the electric current and produce light. Think of it. Edison failed 9,999 times before he succeeded once. But each failure taught him what would not work. And through the laborious process of elimination, finally led him to the discovery of something that would work. How long could you persist in the face of such colossal failure? Edison is credited with saying success is 90%, 99% perspiration and 1% inspiration. When you know you are working with the power within, as Edison did, your faith will never falter. Your faith will never falter. You will continue the struggle against all obstacles and seeming setbacks, and in the unshakable conviction that you will eventually succeed. Sometimes failure to attain a certain goal has led unexpectedly and even more rewardingly to another. I can say that in full, 100%. I don't consider anything I've ever done a failure. Consider the famous case of Columbus. His studies convinced him that the world was round, and he believed that by sailing westward he could reach Cathay and the Indies. It took him 5 years before he was able to get the ships necessary for a journey. And even then, his crew was so doubtful of his ideas that they mutinied and almost turned back. And still, Columbus never lost faith. The power within him kept him going, and when he finally sighted some islands, he called them the West Indies. Even after making 3 more trips to America, Columbus died without realizing he had discovered a new world. History, however, does not record Columbus as a failure. No good effort is ever lost. When you pick what you picture must come to pass if you picture it long enough, clearly enough, and confidently enough. I'm going to repeat many of these statements again and again in different ways because I want them to be indelibly impressed upon your consciousness. The successful men and women of the world never lose sight of their pictures. They keep on reminding their creative power of what they desire in life so that it will keep on attracting everything they need to materialize what they have pictured. They keep on reminding their creative power of what they desire in life so that it will keep on attracting everything they need to materialize what they've pictured. Do you get what those words are saying? They keep telling their inner spirit, the universe, this is what I want, and I believe you're going to lead me where I need to go to get it. I just have to keep putting out what I want. The universe has to bring it. If I believe that that's what I want to do, if I put all my passion into that, do y'all have something that you're excited about? Yeah, that's right, Claudia. You're really starting to notice that, aren't you? Even in your mother's book, right? You have your mother's book that she wrote how many years ago? It's in every book. Every book. I've heard these words in The 1 Minute Millionaire. I've heard these words in Louise Hay's books. I've heard these words in Napoleon Hill's books. I've heard these words from Anthony Robbins, from Oprah Winfrey, from Eckhart Tolle, from everyone. It was your great aunt. The message is the same, my friends. The message is the same. What you think about, you bring about. What does that mean? Picture things. Do it on purpose. Do it on purpose. Do we kind of get that? Do you kind of get that to achieve anything in your life, it all starts with, number one, raising our vibration, because the universe is responding to the vibration that we're putting out there. And the vibration we're putting out there is all about our thoughts and what we're looking at and what we're thinking about. Everything started as a thought. Everything. This planet was a thought. You were a thought. We are thoughts. Everything we have created in our lives began as a thought. So doesn't it make sense that if we think on purpose, we can change everything? Stop. There you go, Tamara. Stop being so realistic. You're focusing on the reality of what is. So what? The reality of what is only because that's what you keep thinking about. The more you think about it, the more the universe keeps giving you evidence of it. Because that's all you keep talking about. So let's go out and pretend that everything is exactly the way we want it to be. That's how you let go of worry, by pretending. And is it just pie in the eye? No, pie in the sky, or whatever you call it. Pie in the eye, that'd be funny. No. This book was written in 1954. Why do you think all the teachers of the world are teaching this message? We have seen the evidence of it in ourselves. Everyone in this room, everyone, every single one of you has seen the evidence of this in some way. Am I right? We're going to go into our guided meditation now. Today is our general well-being with Esther. The general well-being is a really nice meditation. I just have to find it. There it is. And as with all the meditations, the music is exactly the same. The beat of the music is what you focus on, is your breathing. Focus on 3 beats to your breathing in and 5 beats to breathing out. Esther will remind you, if you find yourself wandering off, don't worry about it. I get a lot of people who say, I have trouble meditating, I don't understand it. I'm simply going to ask you to sit and listen to the words, breathe as you remember. You can click the YouTube link if it doesn't play for you when I play it. I'll also put the link in the text chat for those that it doesn't play in the room. And There we go. That's right. We're just going to let it go. So sit back and relax. We'll come back and finish up in 15 minutes.
Welcome to the doorway of your vortex. We are extremely pleased that you've made the decision to be here. Breathe in. Breathe out. It is good to come together for the purpose of co-creation and for the purpose of aligning with who you really are. Breathe in. Breathe out. We want you to know that as you relax and breathe and focus softly upon the words that we are offering to you here, you are allowing the gentle tuning of your vibration to the frequency of your source, who is inside the vortex. Breathe in. Breathe out. Be easy as you find the rhythm of your body, and enjoy long, slow breaths in and out as you hear our words. Breathe in. Breathe out. It is not necessary that you concentrate, and there is nothing that you need remember. Just relax and breathe and enjoy. Breathe in. Breathe out. You are an extension of non-physical source energy, and you have come here with great eagerness and purpose. You intended to explore Earth's perfect balance of contrast for the purpose of moving life beyond what it has been before. Breathe in. Breathe out. In this moment in time and space, you are precisely where you have intended to be, and the source within you is pleased. Breathe in. Breathe out. Your life continually calls more expansion through you, and all that is benefits from the important part that you play. Breathe in. Breathe out. As you relax and breathe deeply, you can feel the appreciation that Source feels for you in this moment in time. Appreciation for your physical world, for its diversity, and for the stream of never-ending desires that flow forth from you. Breathe in. Breathe out. Before your birth into this physical body, you understood the importance of the contrasting diversity on planet Earth. Breathe in. Breathe out. You jumped in eagerly to explore the variety and to enjoy the expansion that you knew would be called through you. Breathe in. Breathe out. Your life is supposed to feel good to you, for you have deliberately chosen it as the platform from which more will flow. The appreciation that Source feels for you never-endingly will wrap you in a warm blanket of worthiness if you will allow it. Breathe in. Breathe out. Your life is serving you well and is providing the basis of expansion exactly as you knew it would when you decided to come. Breathe in. Breathe out. You have launched countless rockets of desires into your vortex of creation, and your frequent entry there will always feel good. Breathe in. Breathe out. From inside your vortex, things satisfy and delight you. You feel expansive and frisky, and you are eager for more. With every new discovery and each new place you stand, the expansive feeling of more continues to call you and refresh you. Breathe in. Breathe out. Your world is gradually expanding, steadily growing and refreshing, while finding balance every step along the way. Breathe in. Breathe out. Well-being is the dominant basis of all that is, of the universe and of the physical planet upon which you now stand. Breathe in. Breathe out. Your magnificent world is eternally tied to the steady rhythm of well-being at its core, and the same is true of you. As you relax and refresh, releasing resistance as you breathe, you will discover the balancing rhythm of your source. Breathe in. Breathe out. Be easy about your life and feel our appreciation for who you are as you allow wonderful things to flow naturally to you. Breathe in. Breathe out. As you relax into the law-based premise of our words, any resistance you have found along your physical path will be released. Breathe in. Breathe out. As you listen to our words and remember who you are, you will rediscover your natural vibrational patterns of well-being. Each day you will find more clarity, more stamina, more eagerness. Each day you will remember who you are and why you have come. Breathe in. Breathe out. That which is your source is fully aware of you right now and feels unspeakable appreciation for who you are. Breathe in. Breathe out. Your life is supposed to feel good to you, and you are meant to feel happiness in your life, and you are meant to satisfy your dreams. Breathe in. Breathe out. You are doing extremely well. The well-being that you seek is flowing to you. Relax and enjoy the unfolding. Feel appreciation for what is, and eagerness for what is coming. There is great love here for you. Breathe in. For the next few minutes, letting the music guide you. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. There is great love here for you. And as always, we remain in the vortex.
That puts you in a nice, relaxed state. Are you feeling pretty good? You have a new cat? Ah, I love cats. We've got my son's cat visiting with us for a couple more months, and he is certainly a lot of fun. I just love cats. And yes, they can be distracting. Just have to hold them and let them purr and feel the love. Just feel the love. And that's what I'm going to encourage you guys to do today. Just feel the joy in something, okay? Find something. If you feel yourself not feeling good, find something that feels good. You know, if you don't have stickies all around your house, put them up. Smile. This is one of my favorites. There we go. Janet says, I need to feel good. Okay, so, you know, if you're ever confused, just put a sticky up and remind you that I said you need to feel good, okay? And also, Janet says you should have fun. Okay, Janet says have fun and be happy and smile because life is good. I love you guys. See you tomorrow. Have an amazing day.